All right, here's what I've been thinking. A lot of us don't need more motivation. We need structure. We need rhythm. We need a way to stop repeating the same collapse in every different form. Because pressure doesn't only show up at work, it shows up in your sleep, in your money stress, in your tone with people you love, in a way you avoid hard conversations, in a way you grip control when you feel uncertain. So, what comes next isn't more survival, it's building. And when I say building, I don't mean some big reinvention. I mean the kind of building you can actually live. It's the kind that shows up on a random Tuesday when you're tired, behind, and patience is running thin. Because most of your life isn't made in huge moments. It's made in the small ones. It's the moment you wake up and your brain starts racing before your feet hit the floor. The moment you feel that tightness in your chest and you reach for the phone like it's a sedative. The moment you walk in the door and you're still carrying the day and you're about to hand that weight to the people you love. Building is what you do right there. Not perfectly, just differently. It's a 5-minute reset before you step into the house. It's one breath and one decision not to speak from that first wave of irritation. It's going to bed a little earlier, even when part of you wants to keep scrolling. It's saying, I'm flooded. Give me a minute, instead of pretending you're fine, and then snapping. And it's learning to stop treating every stress signal like it's something to overpower. Sometimes the signal isn't a threat. It's information. It's your body saying something's off. It's your life saying that pace is costing you. So in the total person, we're going to build a system that holds you across your whole life. Not just at work, not just when you're motivated, not just when things are calm. A system that still works when you're tired, when you're under pressure, when you're disappointed, when you feel alone, and when you feel like you have to hold it all together. And here's the part I want you to hear. This isn't about becoming a different person. It's about becoming more consistent, more aware, more willing to pause, more willing to repair, more willing to tell the truth early instead of waiting until the truth shows up as burnout. Because the goal isn't to win against the storm. The goal is to stop letting storms decide who you are. Not a new personality, not a fake version of yourself, just a steadier system across your whole life. So storms don't run everything.
Hold on, breathe in, let it pass through. Name what's true, then do what you do. I don't need perfect, I need
Now, I'm going to keep this grounded. If one part of your life stays messy, it leaks into the rest. You can look steady on the outside and still be one bad day away from snapping. You can be calm with strangers and sharp with people who actually matter. You can be fine in public and flooded in private. That's what the total person has really been about from day one. Not sounding smart, not chasing a perfect version of life, just getting real about what pressure does to you and what you do next. Because most of the people don't fall apart from one big moment. They fall apart from small patterns they repeat over years. It's the night you don't rest. It's the way you talk to yourself when you're behind. It's the way you push through singles like it's a weakness. It's the way you keep saying later until it shows up with teeth. So when we say build, we're not talking about some glow up. We're talking about the reps that change your life. How you start the day when you already feel behind. How you come down after work instead of dragging the whole day into the house. How you respond when your chest tightens and your mind starts rushing. How you recover without disappearing. How you repair instead of pretending. Because emotional intelligence isn't being quiet. It's having enough space inside of you to choose your next move. That half second where the impulse rises and you don't hand it the keys. And resilience isn't toughness. It's not take hit after hit and feel nothing afterwards. Resilience is what you build so you don't break the same way every time. It's learning your pattern and building a different one. Now, this is where I want to bring it home. Because leadership isn't a job title. Leadership is how you show up under pressure. I'm going to say this clearly because it's easy to forget. Parents are leaders too. You can leave work carrying a storm, walk into your house, and still have to lead. Not as a manager, as a presence. Because your kids don't only hear your words, they feel your nervous system. They feel your pace. They feel if you're there or if you're still trapped in a day you just lived. So part of building yourself is learning how to switch gears without lying. Not pretending you're okay. Not dumping the whole day on your family either. Just learning to drop the weight before you walk into the room. Even if you can only do it sometimes. Even if you can only do it 30% of the time. And that's the type of building I care about. It's not perfection, it's direction. Not performance, it's presence. It's not the big speeches, just reps. Because your life already has a rhythm. Even if it's messy, it's still training you. So the real question becomes, what does rhythm train you to become? If your nights train you to numb out, and your mornings train you to rush, your days train you to perform, and your weekends, they train you to recover by collapsing, then your life is training you to stay in survival. And you'll keep calling it stress when it's really a structure problem. So the next chapter of this show shifts from surviving storms to building structure. And I don't mean structure like rigid rules. I mean a few steady anchors that hold you when you're tired. A rhythm that keeps you from living on the edge all the time. A way to stop making every week a reset button. You're going to hear episodes that feel like a mirror. Episodes that feel like a reset. Episodes that feel like someone finally said it out loud, the thing you've been carrying quietly. because we're going to build the parts most people avoid until they break. You're going to sit in identity, not as theory, as real life. Who are you when the roll gets quiet? Who are you when nobody needs you? Who are you when you're not proving anything? You see, a lot of people don't crack because life is hard. They crack because their identity got built on being needed, being useful, being the strong one, being the one who handles it. So when life forces you to slow down, you don't just feel tired, you feel loss. And that isn't a personal failure, it's a signal. It means you're ready to build something deeper than performance. And once you build from that place, habits stop feeling like punishment. They start feeling like alignment. Not, how do I push harder? It's more like, what do I repeat that makes my life more stable? Sometimes it's just the boring stuff, a phone rule at night, a 5-minute reset before you walk into the house, a way to recover when you're flooded instead of escalating, a sleep boundary you protect because you've seen what happens when you don't. And yes, money. We're bringing money in more because money is one of the biggest quiet storms people carry. It changes your mood. It changes your choices. It changes the way you show up in relationships. And half of the time, it's not about the math. It's the fear, the comparison, the need to feel safe right now. And a lot of spending isn't about the thing itself. It's about relief. It's about control. It's about trying to calm something inside of you. So we're going to talk about money pressures without shame. We're going to talk about building calmer decisions. We're going to talk about long-term peace, the kind that comes from structure and not luck. And relationships, real relationships, not the pretty versions, the moments where someone disappoints you, the moment you go quiet, the moment you feel misunderstood, the moment you say something sharp and you can't pull it back. That's where trust is built or broken. Not in the grand gestures, in the small moments, in tension, in repair, in ownership. Because the strongest relationships aren't the ones who never clash. They're the ones who know how to come back fast, honest, without ego. And that brings us back to leadership again. Leadership isn't position, it's presence. It's the lantern held steady with shaking hands. It's staying fair when you're stressed. It's owning mistakes. It's building trust through repetition and accountability, not charisma. But here's the line we're drawing going forward. I'm not interested in leadership that costs you your health, your family, and your peace. If your success makes you disappear from your own life, that isn't success. And underneath all of it is meaning. It's not in a quote on the wall type of way. It's a what keeps you moving kind of way. Because storms don't vanish. So what keeps you going when they don't? Purpose doesn't erase pain. It gives pain a direction. It gives you a reason to keep paddling. It turns survival into a deeper life. Not an easier one, a deeper one. So you see, here's the difference in the next chapter. Less explaining, more building. Less theory, more real life reps. Less try harder, more structure that holds. And you feel it right away. Less the idea and more what it looks like when you're in it. You'll hear us talk about 5 minutes reset before you walk into the door. You'll hear the difference between a boundary you say and a boundary you keep. You'll hear what repair sounds like when you messed up and you're trying to come back clean. You'll hear about how build rhythm without turning your life into a rigid routine. Small moves, real life, that kind of stuff that actually holds when pressure hits. You're going to hear us talk about things that decided your day-to-day life. The stuff nobody claps for. The stuff that quietly shapes your character. The way you start, the way you recover, the way you speak, and the way you repair. The way you stay awake when pressure tries to put you on autopilot. All right, one last time at the round table. Again, that's not a lecture. Like a final conversation before we step into what's next. And the table comes back to this. You don't build a strong life in one moment. You build it in reps, in the pause, in the small decisions no one sees, in a way you come back after you missed, in a way you keep showing up awake instead of pretending you're fine. So let me ask you, what part of your life needs structure first? Is it sleep? Is it boundaries? Is it money stress? Is it the need to control everything when you feel uncertain? And what it would look like to stop attacking yourself. Start building yourself. Not all at once, just in one step, one habit, one choice, one honest conversation, one repair after a miss. Bring that story to me. Comment it. Message me. Or reach out and sit here with me at the table. Because this isn't me talking into the mic. It's about building something real together. All right, don't chase motivation. Build a rhythm that holds. Take your seat back. Write your own story. Choose your rhythm. I'm Chris. This is a Total Person. Talk soon.
Pressure hit hard, and I stopped pretending. I felt the crack, but I kept standing. I don't need perfect, I need real. I don't run from pain, I give it a wheel. I keep moving forward, no mask, no lie. I am the total person today. Hold on, breathe in, let it pass through. Name what's true, then do what you do. I don't need perfect, I need real. I don't run from pain, I give it a wheel. I keep moving forward, no mask, no lie. I am the total person today. I am the total person today.